Hi, collective. Did you miss me? So, hopefully everybody's happy, healthy, all that good stuff. Um, let's get this shit in like pockets. You have high risk energy, longing for home, homesick for the stars. You have empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, and absorbing what's not yours. You have earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, and time in nature. You have I remember, soul plan, fated life versus the destiny life. You have the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. You have star bathing, light body, crystal grid transmission, and activation. And you have you're not for everyone, embrace your weirdness, face your true north. Basically, what this looks like to me is I don't know if you're new to maybe your spiritual journey and you're needing to strengthen your toolbox when it comes to your energy cleansing, maybe understanding what's not yours and what is yours to carry, accepting your difference um, compared to like other people and being a star seed. Wow, I just got like super dizzy and deja vu trip out. Um, I think right now you're going through some hardcore ascension. And I think that Spirit's really trying to tell you, like, you're on path. This is what you signed up for. So just kind of lead into the journey at this point. But we'll see. You have divine masculine. The frequency of divine masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. So you have realization. It didn't flip, but it kind of flopped. The frequency of realization supports our internal process of becoming aware of our heart centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in the world. So far, it's telling me the same thing is that you're being asked to like really just embrace the journey. This destiny life versus the fated life, if you don't know what that is, the fated life is like what you're fated to suffer due to your choices and karmic repercussions. The destiny life is what you signed up for prior to incarnation. You have alchemy. The frequency of alchemy supports our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. There's a lot going on outside my window, and I live upstairs. It reminds me of that, what was it, Buffy, the Vampire Slayer? Come on, Buck, let me in, man. What the fuck? You have fertility. The frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. I'm still with what I said before, is like, you're activating with this blue flame. Like, that's literally like spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Like, it's really asking you not to think you're losing your shit, not to think others are correct if they tell you you're wrong or crazy or different or whatever. That it's really time to understand that as light beings, like with everything that's going on celestially, you don't really have a choice. You can walk a karmic, like fated path, or you can just embrace the contract that you drew up before incarnation. And with this divine masculine, and then you have this fertility card, which is really just reminiscent of like the feminine aspect to me. It's just asking you to balance so far. So what's the point of this? Come on, spirit, where are we going with this? I feel like crazy dizzy. Like, I don't know if I'm just tapped into somebody else's energy or if something's going on, but like, I'm feeling like I'm on my destiny path all of a sudden. What's going on? What is the message here, spirit? What can I tell the collective? Healing. And this is falling under that blue flame card. And there's a lot of blue in this card if you look at it. Like, and that's another thing too. Okay, so with this card, it, you know, because you look at a card and you can intuit things off of it. In the middle of that being's chest is the lotus. Inside of that, can you see it? And that's another thing too, is like with this, you're not for everybody, and embrace your weirdness. It doesn't matter whatever fuck shit you've gone through, how bad life's been, how karmic things have seemed. Like, no mud, no lotus. Like, you wouldn't have gone through turbulent situations, hecticity, toxicity, you know, traumatic upbringings, you know, tumultuous humans that raised you, or, you know what I mean, being exposed to things or being hurt. A lot of those things we sign up for so that we have the spiritual temperance to become the beings of light and be able to hold all of the intrinsic power that we have as light beings. You have receptivity, which is a divine feminine aspect. Yet again, another lotus. So I think it's really asking you to move past all the fuck shit that you've dealt with and like really transmute all of that, alchemize that with this alchemy card. You have politics, and this card speaks of the politician. And if you see, the politician's face is a mask, but that's just a puppet. The actual real character is the snake, and it's holding two different masks. It's holding the mask that the politician holds up in front of it, and then it's running the meat puppet of the politician. So you have to really be aware of putting that false face forward to please others, because this is literally falling under you're not for everyone. Don't dim your light, especially in times like this. Like, we're really trying to like culminate this new earth, this 5D frequency. And you know, if you're new to your journey, I know a lot of it sounds like way fucking far left and way crazy, but you really have to just lean into it. Nothing is too crazy, nothing is too outlandish. Like, conspiracy theories are real, powers are a thing. Like, don't think anything is not a thing. Don't dim your light. You have isolation, which speaks of crying, literally, like allowing yourself to cleanse through letting go of all of the fuck shit that's happened to you. The isolation card, literally, like, the being is like frozen. He's like, he's so cold and like so nothing, but if you look at his tears, they're rainbow. Like, allow that cleansing to happen. And for some reason, well, not, I know why, but there's an archangel that's coming to mind, Archangel Matariel, which is the angel of precipitation and rain and cleansing through tears. So definitely get woke to the angels. You have slowing down. And didn't you have slowing down a minute ago? Yeah, you had earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. So yeah, it's definitely time to go on that hermit's journey and go within and like literally like it's time to just be present in every moment and allow yourself to start experiencing beauty and life in a different view. You have possibilities. The possibilities are endless if you embrace this. This is falling under that earth pulsing card and the alchemy card as well. You have aloneness, which speaks of the hermit's journey. This person is lost in the wilderness. They are seeking a light, they're seeking a way, but they can't find it. But the reality of it is when they finally just start to find the path, the realization comes from that the light was within. You have stress, and this card speaks of having too many balls in the air, basically, and allowing yourself to be run down by the constant demands, which it really lines up with that politics card for me. Don't allow yourself to wear masks or take on too many things that aren't yours. This is falling under that blue flame card and the healing card. It's really time to step back and take some time for self. You have friendliness, and this card is really synonymous with the Two of Cups, like the lovers type situation, not necessarily romantic, but it's friendliness. So these two trees are similar. They've grown together and everything like that, but then in the end they realize that they're different, and they're grateful for the experience and the closeness that they've had, but at the end of the journey they realize that they're different, and they're not one. Wow, I'm super dizzy still. They're not one single entity. They are two different entities, and they're grateful for the experience, but they have to let it go in order to be the trees that they are, to flower in their own special ways. You have beyond illusion, and that's what I was saying before. If you're new to your spiritual journey, if you're new to your walk, don't think anything is too outlandish. The things you will experience, and then the things that too, once you become more aware of what's going on and you become more receptive and realize the alchemy in situations and realize your destiny life, like, you will realize that there's so much more beyond the illusion. You'll start to put things together too. Like the journey of being an empath or a starseed or whatever box you're checking off at this point in time, like, the journey doesn't end. The knowledge doesn't stop. The experience never gets old. You have totality, which really speaks of being present in the moment. These people are on a trapeze. They are completely separate entities doing their own separate moves at their specific times, but they have to be in complete and total trust and be completely, totally present in the moment to make sure that they hit the marks that they need to hit at the correct times. This is falling under the isolation card and the longing for the stars, homesick, and the divine masculine card. So it's really time to be present and check in. Creativity. You have this falling under empathic starseed. Beware of absorbing what's not yours. The realization card and the slowing down card. Which, that's another thing too, is like starseeds and light beings. Creativity is definitely a way of grounding. Like, your creative spark, once you find your creative avenues and ways that help you vent some of the energy that you build up as a light being, it'll start to kind of heal and feel better. Like, you have noticed the signs. Yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that you are loved and never alone. This is falling under the earth pulsing, the alchemy, and the possibilities card. You have life review. Archangel Jeremiah, take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. This is falling under this aloneness card, the fertility card, and the fated life versus the destiny life. You have crystal clear intentions. Archangel Michael, great angel for protection and truth. Be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. This is falling under this blue flame, the healing, and the stress card. So if you're allowing life's demands to stress you out, having that energetic sovereignty and really sticking to that strength of the divine masculine to set those boundaries and draw that line in the sand, and still being receptive with this divine feminine and healing and receptivity. If you balance those polarities, you will be able to really stay in a flow. Like, you have to realize the ebb and flow of life and like the giving and receiving of the universe, and set those crystal clear intentions, because as a light being, manifestation isn't like some process, some meditation, some, vision board type thing. It really is an on the moment. It's just a way of being. That's how you manifest. Like, as a light being, you have full capability of being able to be a flow state manifester. That's genuine alchemy. You have clairaudience, Archangel Zadkiel. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. Or if you outright hear voices, don't think that you're crazy and do not allow yourself to become medicated. Like I was saying before, nothing is too outlandish, nothing is too crazy. You just have to find like minded people that will teach you and guide you. Yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. And this is facing your true north, politics, and beyond illusion. You have this earth pulsing, which speaks of slowing down, spending time in nature, like being able to use like the earth to ground and cleanse your energy. And animals might be significant as well, just because of the angels that are, or the animals that are on this card. So you have, it is safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. Like, you have no idea the abilities that you intrinsically hold. If you're realizing like your abilities to, call in what you're trying to achieve, like with flow state manifestation, or really like, yeah, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, just really realizing the power that you have as a light being. Do you understand that, with great power comes great responsibility, like Spider-Man's uncle said? You know what I mean? Like, it's really a thing. So definitely stay in a place of love. And yeah. So you have Chakum, right eye wisdom, which is one of the angel emanations. Do you understand that, like I was saying before, the knowledge, and once your mind is open enough to be open and you realize what's happening in your life, that you're not crazy, that people around you are not always people, or, spell work, all that kind of stuff is really a thing. Like, those things are really experienced by people. You really just have to learn to move accordingly. It's chess, not checkers. And so the animals thing I was saying earlier, it says you have a special bond with animals. Your pets on earth and in heaven are watched over by angels. So I don't know why, like, maybe do some volunteer work to help you kind of like ground out, give back, do service at like a shelter or something with animals, something like that. Um, you have Sandalphon, the angel of new life. And Sandalphon is also the intercessor between heaven and earth. So his he's got like such a lofty task of really being the last decision on what memories angels can keep. And he's also the personal assistant to God, basically. Like, he handles all of our prayers, and you have to know that all prayers are heard, and if you don't feel like they're being answered, they are being answered in divine right timing. Sometimes we pray for things or we want things that are not good for us. So just because you're not receiving something that you're asking for or trying to manifest into fruition, don't think that you're not being heard or, that you're not valid. It's just that, you have to be in divine trust and surrender and know that it just it might be not a no, but a not yet, type situation. You you have a gift for working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting children. You have Hod, left leg, submission. And I think that this really speaks of submission to the journey. Like I was saying before, you know, a lot of time I'm always like, it's surrender to the divine, but I think this is really just surrendering and being submissive to staying in that fertility energy and really being receptive to, because you have receptivity, you have the fertility, you have to really be able to submit to the journey and accept, okay, this is real, this is really fucking happening. It says, I bring you a message from your deceased loved one. I am happy, at peace, and I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. It says, no, conditions aren't favorable right now. Wait or look into other options and ask the angels to help guide you and comfort you. This is falling on alchemy. Notice the signs. I'm gonna have to clarify that one. You have the angel of snow, which really speaks of that winter period where things are quiet, they're dormant, like animals are hibernating, everything's resting, getting ready for that spring energy where things come to new life. You have that archangel Sandalphon, and I think that maybe this angel of snow is really speaking of like this aloneness, like going within, taking that hermitage journey. You have slowing down multiple times. Like it's time to really just go within and allow this ascension. Sometimes ascension can feel like flu symptoms or just like an illness. Try to really refrain from like trying to medicate that, or your best healing remedy is prayer and rest. It says, you are a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all of its inhabitants. It's crazy because, like, having a gift with children, the special bond with animals, and this deceased loved one. I've never had the three of those come out in a reading. Not together. um, This is Master of a Trade, female, which is a divine feminine card. You have Dancing with the Dragon. This whole thing is really asking you to heighten, like I said before, you have to heighten your spiritual toolbox. It's time to become educated. Don't just spend your time watching YouTube videos or scrolling. Like, it's time to get some books. It's time to really become educated on what's going on around you in the world, what's going on around you with those that you choose to surround yourself with, whether it be family, animals, like who you're communicating with, your ancestral line. Basically, you're being called, your mission's being activated. This dancing with the dragon literally speaks of gaining higher consciousness and mastering your spirituality. And you have this divine feminine aspect, you have the divine masculine aspect, you have alchemy, you have this realization. Like, I think that you're just coming to terms with the reality that reality is not. That there is no reality. Like shit's so fucking crazy and it's so real. You might be clairaudient, like hear voices. You might be a very, very adept manifester and you're not realizing that you're not just lucky, you're capable of alchemizing through thought, because that's what reality is it's just a manifestation of the thoughts. So you have love, which you really have to move from a space of love as a light being. That doesn't mean allowing people to hurt you or take advantage of you, but even if that love just is a love of self and realizing that you're so valuable as a being of light that you need to be protected and protecting your energy. You literally can gain energetic pollution within your vessel just being around humans at work or on the bus, at the grocery store, things like that. So definitely be aware if you're hanging out with somebody or talking to somebody or somebody, like your phone lights up and it's somebody and you look at it and you're like, fuck, I don't want to talk to this person, but it's somebody that you are playing politics with and that you feel obligated to deal with. It's time to strengthen that cutoff game and realize that you're not for everyone and that you are special. You're divine. You have wealth, which is falling on this possibility card, this wisdom card, on the alchemy card, literally. You have change in consciousness, which is, like I said, it's really just realizing that the veil is not just thin, but it's not, that's an illusion as well. It's time to look beyond illusion. You have word spirit. Definitely be aware of, what do they say? Your thoughts become actions, your actions become beliefs, or wait, no, your thoughts becomes beliefs, beliefs become actions, and the actions become behaviors. Like, you really have to be aware of what you're putting out into the universe, and it's definitely time to start being more aware of how your thought patterns go, because you can unconsciously manifest negativity if you're not aware of what you're thinking or how you're thinking. Light switch, which literally, it's like I said before, you're realizing your divinity, and that switch has been flipped, and unfortunately once you're woke you can't go back to sleep, so time to run it. You have colorless angel, which it's not like the politics card in the sense of like putting on masks, but it's like the stress card in the sense of allowing life to drain you. Like, you have this gorgeous angel, but he's completely bland because life has taken everything from him. He's allowed himself to be drained. So yet again, falling back to this energetic sovereignty and really protecting yourself, understanding that if you're not feeling it, or if you feel like you're ill or things like that, like just out of the blue, you might be ascending. I mean, sometimes you go through ascension back to back to back to back. I mean, I thought I woke up one night and thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital. Like I had all this like weird glandular swelling like behind my ear and in my neck, and I thought I was fucking dying. And I was like, maybe it's just ascension, because it kept popping up like out of the blue for no reason, and I literally went to sleep and woke up fine. Like you just chalk it up to chalk everything up to spirit, chalk everything up to God, because it is. And once you realize that, you can no longer lie to yourself. You have triumph of lies. Don't let lies triumph over the reality that everything leads back to God, especially when you're a light being and you're super important. And if things aren't going well, it could be temperance, it could be testing, but it could also be that you've fallen onto that fated path because you're not making decisions based off of what heightens you. Like in everything you do, you really have to ask yourself, does this leave me on my divine path or bring me closer to happiness? Or is it something that I'm going to be miserable with, or I'm going to be stressing about? Yes, I understand we have jobs and we have responsibilities and we have things that we don't always want to do, but you definitely have to stay aware of the fact that we are in a construct that we have to do those things. But if you can find the beauty in those moments and find a way to exude happiness within your own reality, then things don't hurt as bad. You have revenge. And I don't think this is like you getting revenge. I think that you have to beware of others' revenge. Because when people see you ascending, sometimes even people who genuinely love you and they don't have real genuine ill intent, they might want to hold you back because they're worried you're going to leave them behind. So definitely be aware of that. I really don't feel like I don't know where else to go with this. Ascended Masters, let's see. You have call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. And you also have Cernunos, life force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. And beware of sharing your sexual energy with others. Being a divine being, I think definitely it should be mentioned that you have to really beware, like, it's time to, like, if you're new to this, then you really do need to be getting more educated on spiritual aspects like succubus, incubus spirits, being aware of the demonic entities that humans inhibit, pray to, or worship, or are in, you know what I mean? Like, their bodies are inhabited by these entities. And furthermore, you have to look into like bloodline curses and things like that. So I mean, if you're always dealing with people who are coming at you in a lustful manner, you might have some kind of Asmodeus type, you know, entity attachment, whether it's through bloodline or, you know, dealing with somebody who had that particular attachment and now that entity is fixated on your light and it's got thing for you, you know what I'm talking about? You know, you really have to be aware of how you share your energy. Purification. Literally, like, it's time to really, really, really do some cleansing. Simple cleansings, saltwater baths, sea kelp, um, putting herbs in your bath like bay leaf. Bay leaf's good for spiritual confusion. Always use sea salt if you're using salt. Um, Literally, cinnamon's good for abundance. Star anise is good for your intuition and purification as well as protection. Like literally, and these a lot of these things are things that you can get right at the grocery store. So don't think that the spiritual journey is out of touch or out of reach, because it really is super easy to obtain. Good way to break bloodline curses um, is to cleanse your navel gate. Like literally, like make an anointing oil with olive oil, bay leaf, and sea salt. And the salt is judgment. The oil is a covering, and the bay leaf, like I said before, is a spiritual confusion. So it breaks those bonds and allows you freedom. And when you do things like that, um, you have to do it for, like a week or so, like before bed or whatever. But you have to have the intention. Like the intention and the belief is where you really, really, really are able to thrive and make your rituals or your actions be met with results. You have peace offering. And really, like, you have to be like, be grateful. Be grateful to the universe for every little thing. Like literally, like just bending down to tie your shoe, like running after the bus when you're late to work. Like you have to be grateful for those moments. Like you really have to find a way to find the beauty and the humor and just the enjoyment in life. You are a light body, but you are here to have a human experience, and the best way to complete your mission in the most effective and capable manner is to have that experience and enjoy every bit of it, even the bad. It says follow your heart. And there's animals all over this card too. You have completeness, and this speaks of hitting a ceiling in your spiritual ability in a situation. Like, so you've hit the ceiling in whatever situation, whatever life, whatever fated path you've been on, and now it's time to upgrade and move on to your destined life and try to reach that ceiling, and then the next, and then the next. Like I said, the journey is never over. We're never done learning. We're never done growing, alchemizing, like literally cleansing. You have alchemical force, and it's number 29, which is a master number. So yeah, get woke to your numbers too. I mean, it's time to learn the angels, time to learn the demons. Like it's just really time to remember who the fuck you are. You have truth and fairness. So, and I think that really speaks of like just living your truth and treating situations and people accordingly. If people aren't valuing you the way that you deserve, if they are talking about you behind your back because you're spiritual, or because you started reading cards or started talking about angels, fuck them. Cut them off. They no longer fit the situation. Would you wear pants that didn't fit you anymore? It's time to shed the skin. And I know that sounds really callous and like hard to do, but Like, really. Like, there's stories in the Bible where God told somebody that waited, 170 plus years to have a child, finally has the child, and then it's like, hey, I need you to take him on top of that mountain and murk him. And the dude was not happy about it, and he was took his son up there to do it. You know what I mean? Like, you really have to, when God says jump, it's time to jump. And I know that sounds so fucking crazy, but it really is a thing. You have fruitfulness. And lotuses, again, no mud, no lotus. It's not going to be easy, but it can definitely be enjoyable. Oh, okay. I think we're almost done with this. Like, I just feel like I'm just lecturing you at this point. Are there any messages we can get for the collective, please, and thank you? So yeah, like I was saying before, because you have this, sensuality and sexual increase, and that is one thing. Like, as you ascend, as you activate, which is probably already a thing with you being a light being, whether you realize it or not, is people are like really attracted to you. So, and people who you do let in become like really obsessed with you. So you have to really be aware of betrayal, and not necessarily like anything crazy like cheating or anything like that. I mean, that is a thing too, because like I said, a lot of these entity attached humans that are attracted to us, some of them are only attracted to our light, and then they have this like morbid obsession with bringing us down because they can't break us, they can't keep us, like type situation. But do be aware of that, especially in relationships, like interpersonal type relationships. But beware of it with family and other people as well. You have unleash your creativity, and it's like I was saying before, like finding your creative outlet, it definitely helps with grounding and making sure you have an energetic release of some sort. Definitely do some chakra clearing. You've already had the suggestion to do some earth pulsing and some grounding in that manner, but definitely make sure that those chakra centers are clear, because like you can look up online, even like if you're experiencing certain symptoms, which of the chakras to focus on. So like if you're not feeling creative, it could be your solar plexus or your sacral, you know what I mean? Like so just really be aware of those and make sure that those energy centers are clean. It doesn't have to be through meditation. Like I said, intention and belief is the biggest way, but you can also get things that you can ingest. I mean, food's not really safe these days, but yeah, like there's herbs, there's things like that, candles, there's many ways to make it happen, but the key is intention and belief. You have self-love. Make sure you're loving yourself at all costs, and even if that means that you have to get rid of those around you that are making stagnancy or hecticity in your existence. You have temptation. Don't be tempted by nostalgia. Don't be tempted. You have to get woke about the planets. Like, I understand it seems like so much more on your plate, but it really is, it's so worth it. And once you know it, you don't unknow it. So just be aware of like celestial alignments of, those kind of situations, your moon cycles. And beware of like people's histories too. Like if somebody comes from a family of witches, the likelihood of them in being intrinsically magical is high. The likelihood of them having some kind of entity attachment on the bloodline is high. You know, things like that. You really have to be aware of all of that stuff. You have desire. And be honest with yourself about what you're desiring and why. Because no mud, no lotus, you've probably been through some real fuck shit as a light being. So you have to really be aware of where those intentions are stemming from. You have worthiness. It's really time to remember who the fuck you are. And just know, like, you're worth so much more. So if you have people who are not seeing that value in you, remember that first fucking stack of cards. You're not for everybody. Embrace your weirdness and face your true north. It's okay to cut people off. It's okay to be set aside and be alone for a little bit, because then that just allows the universe to bring what does fit back into the picture. You have manifestation. So you've had multiple alchemy cards, manifestation cards, like really being mindful of the fact that you have the ability to create your reality. And if your reality is not good right now, that's because you're just being recalibrated right now to rewrite the script. You have good juju. Make sure you're moving from a good space. Make sure you're living with integrity. You know what I mean? Like I said before, you know, once you're woke, you can't be unwoke. You can't go back to sleep. So now, you know, it really does lay at your feet. Which path are you going to walk? Are you going to continue to stay on the fated life, or are you going to choose this destiny life and shine your light? I'm going to get you some Rebel deck cards just because I like to talk shit, and I feel like my guides do too. Shame, regret, and guilt. Those are just bullshit. Forgive. Let that shit go. Stop sleeping so damn much. Wake up. You're missing some cool shit. But, you know, like I said before, you know, a lot of the ascension shit is you really need to just learn, you know, the spiritual aspects of cleansing. But, you know, sleep is definitely a thing. It you need a lot of rest. Winning. You got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. Stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person. Just fucking stop. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. Eat your fucking vegetables. Eat some shit made by nature, Mother Nature. That's what I was saying too, you know what I mean? Like with some of the chakra things, like eating fruits and veggies that are aligned with the chakra colors, you know, it's definitely time to try and find Earth's remedies. It says take a shot. Don't take 12. Take one. Okay, maybe two and move on. And I, like, every time I get that card, I don't know if it means alcohol or, like, a shot at something. So take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Good talking with you, and I hope your journey is well.